What up, y'all? Heavyweight checking in, and we are back with another reaction video. So, y'all know the deal. This is the page Life After 30, man. And like I said, I'm gonna be covering topics, mostly men's topics, dating, just things that men go through, men's mental health. Y'all do know it's Men's Mental Health Month, so I'm always try to have some, some fun, lighthearted things. Because at this point, dating is just flat out comedy. Dating and relationships. If you're not in a valid one or whatever like that. And I'm also try to make sure I, come across some, some just motivational things, some game for any of the young men under the age of 30. You know what I'm saying? And to ones who are 30 and above, probably can be the ones who are going to relate to the content the most, or be able to even give me some game and some stuff that I can, funnel back down to the young boys and whatnot. But today I got another dating in 2024 video. It's wild right now, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this thing, man.
Oh, I meant to ask you, just out of curiosity, why are you single?
Oh. Well, my ex actually threw away our 2-year relationship, but I don't even know why.
You don't know why?
No. Like, he was always complaining about the fact that he gave me more attention than I gave him, but like, hello, who's the woman in the relationship?
Oh, I know why.
Yeah. I think it's just really hard for me to find someone who matches who I am, you know?
Yeah, it's all coming together.
Yeah, the dating pool is just trash out there, in my opinion.
Why are you here?
Well, let me finish. I've been working a lot on myself, and I think it's really important for me to focus on my brand right now.
I don't think that's the only thing you need to focus on.
Men are just dogs. My therapist said that I'm not even supposed to be dating anyone, but she's always just in my business.
Yeah, you should probably listen to her.
Like, I don't think it's too much to ask to be supported financially and emotionally, and if that means taking me on a private jet to Paris so I can have a shopping spree after a panic attack, then get on it. But anyways, why are you single?
You're the reason why.
Yeah, so we already know what that is. Like, Shorty said she didn't know the reason why after he asked, and she's been to therapy. Her therapist even told her she shouldn't be dating. And then she like, men are dogs. Like my dog, he barked on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. So listen, it's so interesting to me personally. And I could only imagine that women go through it too, because we see certain content, and the women have their side where they talk about all the things and the lines, the stuff, the BS that dudes feed them. But it's crazy how I think a lot of women really think they're saying something different, or they're really unique, when in reality it's really a herd mentality, and a lot of us are just actually going through the same shit. But like, man, come on. You know why you single. You know what I'm saying? She didn't really, she what the in this, based off this video, you more than likely weren't interested in the guy that you was dealing with beforehand, and you just wanted more attention. You wanted to be, you wanted somebody to spend some money on you. Like, come on, man. Stuff like that is, it's not cool when you're not the type of person that's going to reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't reciprocating, like, that's the word of the year for me, reciprocity. Like, if you ain't reciprocating, there's no point for us even dealing, a point of us even dealing with each other. Now, obviously, this is that dude's name is Armani Usher. He's an actor and a director, or a director and an actor, whatever you want to call it. He makes really good content, just in general, in a general sense. But he this, obviously it's a skit, but I shit you not, I've experienced I've heard some combination of them lines in meeting people, meeting women, you know what I'm saying, at whether it been online, offline, whatever. And it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. So yeah, if you ever got it, I would say this: the men are dogs. That's definitely a sign. You need to probably go ahead and just, she ain't holding herself accountable. She ain't really ready to have no real conversations about what she did. And if just flat out, a man or a woman, if they tell you, whoever you are listening to this, if they tell you that therapist said they probably shouldn't be dating, but they're gonna do it anyway, that's a red flag, dead giveaway. Go ahead and run, man, because I'm telling you, it's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be fun. All right, so the next two videos actually, I got some of the girlies actually exposing the secrets, man. You know what I'm saying? They putting the sisterhood on blast, so I'm gonna go ahead and let them cook.
You want me to tell you another secret about women that I'm going to get into a lot of trouble telling you? And this is something that they will take to the grave, I swear. Don't even bother asking her, because it does not matter how good of a woman she is, she will not admit this. When a woman is single and she has options, there is only ever one man that she wants the most at one time. And she is not confused about this, no matter what she tells you. Sadly, and what's really messed up is that this is not always the man that she is currently with. Even if she's not dating anyone in particular, if she's just in the talking stages with a few different guys, she will typically not be giving her attention to the man that she likes the most. And this is what confuses men, because it might feel like she's giving you a lot of attention and energy, but she seems to always have too much going on, or she's just not in the right place for a relationship, or she'll...
Listen, so far, she is cooking with high heat. This shit is, man. Let me go ahead and let her finish up. But she dropping all kind of facts right now.
say that I'm just not ready for a relationship. She will only say that to the man that is not her number one. And the reason why she's not giving most of her attention to the guy that's number one is because she wants that number one guy to chase her. But if that man is not chasing her and she still likes him the most, she will cope with it by getting attention from guy number 2, 3, 4. Women will essentially use these men for their time and attention in order to feel good about herself until that number one guy gives her what she wants, or she finds a new number one guy.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, her name is Emily King. So I actually mentioned her in my last video, and I rock with Emily. You know what I'm saying, I rock with Emily. She's what we like to call a ally in the men's space, and you know, she really be giving out the true perspective of a lot of women. And again, obviously I'm no woman, so I couldn't sit here and get a lot of this information out of women, because being that I'm a man, they're not gonna tell you the truth. A lot of women not gonna tell you the truth. But then you have ones like her who more than likely she's either never been that type of chick, or she used to do these types of things and decided to, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and cut the crap. You know what I'm saying, cut the shit, and she ain't on it no more. And now she just really putting men up on game and other women up on game, because there's some women who I can honestly say it's some women who do some of this stuff and they don't even be realizing they be doing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I will say with a lot of dudes, we experience things and we might not know, you know, there might be some stuff we're unaware of, but for the most part, if we make a decision, we know we about to, if it's good or bad, we know what we about to get into. But I can say there's a lot of women who do things and they flat out lie about it. And then there's a lot of women who just are oblivious and really don't even be realizing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? So it takes another woman to really break that down. And even when they hear it played back from another woman, they're like, oh, that is, oh, okay, I guess I get it now. You know, but then you got the ones who already know what it is and they be full of shit. So what she's saying, personally, I've experienced in a few different scenarios, not a lot, but I'd probably say, you know, two different scenarios. And I mean, you know, it's crazy, man. I don't like, we've all, to the men out here listening, y'all probably all heard the orbit theory as far as what women, a lot of women out there, not all, some, not all, they really have orbiters, man. They got that one guy who's the whatever, the moon, I'm bad with the solar system and all that, but they got that one guy who's the main planet, and then they just got a lot of orbiters around her who are just giving her attention just to fulfill the need for attention. And men and women flat out know that more than not, women really love attention. So whether they just love attention, they don't really care who they get it from in a lot of cases. And it don't got to be nobody they like. Usually with a dude, if I'm giving you a lot of attention, I'm interested in you, or I'm here for, you know, I'm either sexually interested in you, I'm interested in actually taking it serious and getting in a relationship with you. But I'm not just going, most dudes don't just give their attention to women that they're not interested in. But for women, they won't give their attention to, they will, like she said, they will give attention to dudes that they're not interested in, just enough to get attention back. And it's just this whole cycle, man. It's a lot of dudes that's just floating around. Excuse me. A lot of dudes is just floating around thinking they got a shot to make this something, whether it be a relationship or just to actually get the cheeks. And it's like, yo, you wasting your time. She's wasting your time. And if you don't learn this at an early enough age, like, you gonna find yourself going down a rabbit hole with a bunch of women just kind of like going through the same cycle over and over and over. Now, this is some shit that I realized, like, you know, like mid to late 20s. Like by the time I'm 27, 28, I'm like, all right, yeah, it's definitely some women out here who just be flat out bullshitting with the attention that they give you just for the sake of you know, keeping them entertained. And that's something you gotta make sure you pay attention to if you out here in these streets trying to move around and maneuver. Man, don't let them girls play with your time like that, because time is precious and you cannot get it back. I'm telling you. And more than likely, I know we all guilty of wasting people's time, some intentionally, some unintentionally, but more than likely, it's gonna be a woman that's gonna be wasting your time for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Have no intentions of doing anything with you, none of that. You ask her out on a date, she might accept the date, she gonna go out with you and all that stuff, but has no intentions of spending any real time with you or advancing that to anything else, man. So, you know, all right, now this next video I actually got, you know what I'm saying, it's another chick. She's like I said, man, they spilling the beans on the girls, man. Y'all better go ahead and tap into your sisters to talk to them, because they telling all y'all little secrets.
All girls cheat. All girls cheat. But if she love you, you won't never find out.
Now, I don't know if I cut that off, but we're going to play it back one more time.
All girls cheat. All girls cheat. But if she love you, you won't never find out.
Now, I've heard this in reference to men a lot. You know the baby boy theory. Like, you know what I'm saying? I lie to them hoes because I don't care. I mean, I tell them hoes the truth because I don't care about their feelings, but I lie to you because I love you. And I don't really give a damn if you man or a woman. Like, that shit's crazy. But I will say, just personal experience from, you know, people close to me, man. It's like, yo, I'm getting to a point to where, like, a lot of this stuff I used to not believe, man, when I was, you know, younger, like 6-7 years ago. I used to not believe, but like I'm getting to a point to where it's hard to not believe it nowadays. Like, I don't think it's just all girls. I think it's some men that cheat, you know what I'm saying? And they have the same logic. Like, if they love you, they're not gonna let you find out. But my thing is this. I've always been a person who's like, yo, if you're in a valid enough relationship where you can actually speak and be honest to this person, y'all should be able to have check-ins and updates and conversations so y'all really know how y'all feeling, where y'all at, where y'all stand. And if you feel like you getting to a point where, like, hey, we've having these issues, these things is going on, and I'm feeling like, you know, there's just distance, so there's problems, you should first have a conversation about that and talk about that. And then if, you know, there's still things going on, you should be comfortable enough with who you with to be like, yo, I'm getting to the point to where, like, other people getting my attention. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you're already cheating or doing nothing, but you should be able to say, like, yo, I'm not just looking no more. Like, it's getting to the point to where, like, we got problems going on, and like, if I feel like I might mess around, and, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Y'all need to be able to talk about it and work on it. And I think there's a lot of people who feel like if you do that in a relationship, then the relationship's over. And that, to me, I feel like those are some of the realest conversations you can have in a relationship, and that's real trust, and I guess I would even say real love if you're able to at least speak on it. Now, after you had that conversation, if you still cheat, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if that's smart, but I think if you're able to talk about it, the point of getting it out there on the surface is letting your significant other know, like, all right, look, I'm not trying to go this route, but this is really how I'm feeling right now. But I tend to believe all people don't cheat, you know what I'm saying? All men don't cheat, all women don't cheat, but I do think more than likely, I'll say this, if a man cheats, I know we hear about these stories about dudes cheating and they just lie about it, whatever. That's a small percentage of dudes that actually end up getting caught cheating. Most of the dudes, if they end up in that situation when they cheat, if they're caught up and they're confronted about it, they're not gonna lie about it, and it's probably not gonna happen more than once. But in a lot of situations with women, man, they're taking that shit to the grave, and I don't really know how I feel about people who take shit to the grave, man. Like, it's some shit. Like, if I get caught up in a lie, I'm not gonna keep lying about it. You know what I'm saying? If I tried to lie to get over, okay, that's one thing, but I'm not gonna keep lying about it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. We gonna go ahead and talk about it right then and there. You feel me? All right, we on to the next one.
I'm gonna be single forever. I just realized that, man. I'm gonna be single forever, and I'll say that, and some people are like, "That's sad." It's not sad. It's reality, bruh. I'm gonna be single forever, and I remember talking to my friend Rachel. She was like, you shouldn't say that, because if you say that, you preach that, it's going to end up happening. You'll be single forever. And I'm like, well, I've been preaching the other way. Now I'm going to try some reverse psychology. Nobody's going to love me. Nobody. Nobody's going to be my girlfriend. It's not working.
Look, and sometimes it really feel like you. It's I hate mind games, right? But sometimes it feel like this is that's the only thing that's gonna work. Like, hey, let me reverse psychology this thing. Maybe if I sit here and say, because when you sit here and you're thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna find a wife, I'm gonna find a girlfriend, we're gonna get married, we're gonna have kids, whoop de whoop. You know what I'm saying? And then you look up after a period of time, you're like, damn, ain't none of this shit really happening. And I've been putting in the reps and putting in the effort and shooting my shot. I did online, offline, all that. And then you get to a point like, fuck it, fuck these hoes. Let me, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about none of them. And then see if that works. And what we hear a lot is you're not going to find it while you're looking for it. It's usually going to find you when you're not looking for it. I think all of us get frustrated with that, but I think it's some real, it's some validity to that because I mean, it's I mean, think about it. Let's take it away from relationships. You ever lost your keys, your wallet? I don't know if girls be losing their purse or whatever, but it's something, your charger, you know what I'm saying? Something small that you need and you didn't really look for it the night before or early in the morning. Now it's time to go and you're looking for it real quick. You can't find it. You cannot find it. But let's say you say the keys you gotta leave with and your wallet. But let's stick to the charger, right? You say, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot to where I gotta go, leave, go to work, whatever. I ain't got my wall charger, but I'm gonna just charge it up in the car, whatever. Then you get back home and the charger's just laying at the front on the front step, like you know what I'm saying, and as soon as you walk in the house, it's right there. It's like that sometimes, man. It'll find you when you're not looking for it. So I mean, sometimes you gotta reverse that thing, man, and just see how it go. I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. All right, now this next video, I personally can relate. Like I'm talking about story of my life. Let's get into it.
I'm tired of being single, dog. These streets is not for me. The drama, everything that come with that lifestyle, man, it's just not my style. I just, you know what I'm saying? It's just not me. A lot of y'all be putting on the front trying to be single just to survive in the single world. Like, man, I can't even do that. I can't put on the front. All I'm good at is being myself. And myself is a lover boy. I ain't no player. I don't got no bad intentions. Like, nor will I pretend to do that or practice that behavior. It's not gonna happen. Not only that, but I feel like if I put out that energy, the universe ain't never gonna bless me with a good woman. You get what you put out. And if I put out bad energy, I'm gonna get a badass chick back. And not in a good way, neither, motherfucking shit. Shit, ghetto as hell out here.
I'm talking about ghetto, the projects. But look, I feel dog because it's like this, man. I'm a lover boy, facts. Like straight up, I'm a relationship type of guy. You know what I'm saying? When I'm single, it's cool. And, I do what I gotta do. I've learned to adapt because like I said in my last video, you do need to understand how to utilize your alone time. And let's say if you were in a relationship long term or not, you need to know how to give yourself time and space to bounce back. But I'm not one of these people who like to fake it front like I'm just this single ass player like out here trying to do what it do. Like, that's not me. And I think all men go through a phase more than likely influenced by either their homies, maybe even some of the game. We used to get bad game from some of the old heads and the older dudes around us, or of course nowadays social media. I could tell buddy probably closer to my age, so he's I don't know if he's done this, but a lot of people around my age, we gone through the phase where we like, okay, let me try to play a thing. Like everybody out here like, man, then fuck these hoes, like go ahead, you gotta do what you do, you gotta holler at all of them, you know what I'm saying, get everybody number, hit them all. Like, and there's some men who live by that and they do that, and it, ironically enough, these be the dudes who be wrapped up and be married quick than a motherfucker with kids in the family, and they they tap out of the game. So when you see that, you like, okay, maybe that works. Maybe that's what you really need to do. And then you try it and you realize, hey, depending on who you are, that don't really work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I am more so built for relationships, but I've had my phase of just trying to just date for the hell of it. And that's not really my thing. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm at a point where it's like, obviously if you meet a woman, you need to figure out how if you like her and court her and stuff like that. But I'm not out here just trying to move around and date 5-10 chicks at a time. My thing is this. I definitely learned a lesson in not giving too much attention to one woman. And this is my minimum right here. My minimum is 2. So if I meet a young lady and we cool and we interested, I no longer give you all my energy like you my girlfriend, unless for some reason we just get to that point. But like now, once I meet one woman, I leave the door open for me to meet another one. I don't just shut it all off because I used to do that. But if I was to actually meet a second woman in between that time, I will be vocal about it. I'll let them know. And that's it. Like, that's it. I'm just, hey, it's somebody else I know we cool with, you know what I'm saying, and whatever. And that's about it for me. And I respect the woman if she says that to me, but I also understand with women that generally it's never just gonna be like one other guy. That's it. Because like the video I played earlier, it's just it's some double standards are just absolute facts, and they just absolute facts of life. And women are always gonna have more men chasing behind them than men have women chasing behind them. Obviously, you got your dudes who are anomalies, the guys who above 6 foot, above 6'5", the guys who really balling, got the money like that. In those particular scenarios, they're gonna have a lot of women chasing after them. But just the average guy, even if you good looking or whatever, even if you tall or not, it's you're not gonna always have a bunch of chicks beating down your door. The most regular, average, out of shape, whatever looking woman, she got at least 5 dudes that will actually want to be her boyfriend, if not her husband, like today. You know what I'm saying? The average dude, I would say he might have one. He might have one chick to her 5. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the facts of life. It is what it is. But like Buddy said, I'm not really out here trying to fake it, because you get what you put out. And I ain't never really been no player. Like, that's not really my shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do. And the way I've realized how my life works is within a year span. Let's say if I'm single, I start out the year within a year span. I'll have some sort of encounter with 2 women per year. That's usually about how it is. And it's not always at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'll go 3, 4, 6 months. I'll meet a chick. We be cool for 3, 4, 6 months. That might be the whole year. Or I might start out the year, I'm cool with somebody. We cool for about 4 to 6 months. Then that ends, and I might meet somebody else, and then I'm talking to them for the second half of the year, and then that's about it. If it wasn't a situation where anything got serious. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, dating is the projects right now. Like, I mean, this shit is the worst of all hoods out here, and I think we all tired of it. All right, now I think every man has been through this in a relationship, and unfortunately out of relationships, just dealing with women out here in this world.
Like, how you mad at me for being mad at you for something you did to me? That just don't make sense to me, bruh.
Now listen, when I seen this TikTok, I actually seen a chick in the comments, and she was like, look, she was like, congratulations, you just identified a manipulation tactic. And absolutely, hands down, wholeheartedly, that's exactly what that is. Men do it too, but I've seen this way more with women, not even in datings or relationship situations. Like, it's crazy to me how a lot of dudes get you get mind fucked by women women are good at this naturally. They're naturally born at just like getting under your skin and just like making you feel crazy. Like, how a situation happened, you're wrong, and you mad at me because I'm letting you know you're wrong and I'm holding you accountable, and I'm mad at you. Like, what? How did we get here? And man, listen, they are the finest of manipulators. A lot of women should be investigators, because you know what I'm saying, they could easily trick these criminals into saying some real shit and telling some truths or something, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, meanwhile, we out here just dealing with them in everyday life. All right, so the caption says Tinder in 2024 is crazy work. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to agree. Tinder in 2024 is absolutely ridiculous. And, the hot word on the internet these days is diabolical. Like, in 2024, you can't be looking for anything good out of Tinder. Now, I personally think that, online dating at this point is pointless. But, like, Tinder is crazy. I'm gonna let Dog cook though.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you still have a fucking Tinder account, bro, get a grip of life. Cause why the hell do you have Tinder, bro? It ain't like, bro, no. And especially if you have the premium Tinder shit. Like, bro, there's actually something going on with you in your life, bro. Y'all niggas need to go outside and talk to some bitches, bro. Simple. There's no reason for y'all niggas to be swiping left and right on females that ain't gonna text y'all, bro. Y'all need to go outside and see them and talk.
So look, you'll hear this a lot, man. Go outside, touch some grass. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch people, because if you don't know them, you know, that could lead to some shit. But go outside, touch some grass, touch some grass, put your feet on the pavement, move around, get around people. Now, I'm a person who, by the time I actually started even dealing with online dating, it was Tinder. Tinder was what? This was 2015. So I first downloaded Tinder in 2015, tried it out, heard about it, and I was like, man, this, you know, this online dating stuff is crazy. Like, ain't nobody about to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's lame. But mind you, once I downloaded in 2015, by the time mid 2016 hit, like, it's Tinder. I'm pretty sure by then, you know, you had Bumble and Hinge and all these other dating sites, because Tinder was the hot thing. So, you know, obviously from then to now, it's been about 9 years. Online dating it's absolutely a thing now. They got Tinder is the lowest level. Like, that's definitely the ghetto. But then, you know, like you said, you got Hinge, you got Bumble, you got these other things, you got Christian Meet. That some of these things been around since I was a kid, which is crazy, because it's, you know, online dating ain't a new thing. It's just once they've updated it and it went from just the website to the app, you know, it's got a little bit quicker. The swipe left, swipe right method is something new and updated and whatnot. But yeah, nah, I ain't had Tinder. I think the last time I dealt with Tinder, and I did bring it back, I'm not gonna lie, because around 2015, 2016, I ended up in a relationship, and then by the time, you know what I'm saying, 2020, 2021 hit, I was out of a relationship, and I ended up, you know what I'm saying, I was like, all right, F it, I'm gonna try the online thing one more time, downloaded Tinder. I've had matches and links and dates off Tinder and stuff like that, some chicks that was cool, but I will say that it's definitely just full of shit now. And it's definitely, that's the Hunch app. If you're trying to get some, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to get your cheeks clapped, you're trying to get some, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to get some, you know, get it in, that's what that app is for. Nobody on there is serious. If you download Tinder, you're crazy, especially if you're over 25. There's no point. Like, I don't even know if it's an age limit, like 18 and up, but like, that's for the kids. That's for 18 to 25 only. There's nothing to be taken seriously about Tinder. Now, me personally, even when I downloaded any dating app that I tried, right, and I'll say this just because I don't want to sound crazy out here, it was Tinder. I tried Bumble for a little bit, and then I tried the BLK app just because I'm like, all right, you know, black folks, let's see what we got. Let's see if we can keep this thing, you know what I'm saying, in track, and see what we can find on that. And then the last app that I tried was this app called Stir, and Stir is actually a dating app for single parents. So the last two apps that I tried, they got me because they were for a specific target. Like, you know, I love all women, but my preference is black women. So I was like, let me try it out. Obviously on the BLK app, it ain't just black women. It was a lot of, you know, whatever. So if you somebody who's looking for somebody who's black or not, you gonna find it on there. It was Asian women on there, white women, whatever. What's it called? The Stir app, you know, single parents. So it made sense. I saw the ad on Instagram. I'm like, okay, this one actually seems like it would make more sense for someone who is trying to meet somebody in a valid sense to be on this app, because if you're a single parent and I'm a single parent, then it's like, we shouldn't be out here trying to play games. You know what I'm saying? But lo and behold, women still be playing games and bullshit on that shit. So after that, I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm good on the apps. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know, even like Facebook got a dating app now. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, it's all types of dating apps, all type of opportunities. But I still was outside to some degree. Now my job and my schedule always changed, so I would have my phases. But like, you know, you just go through a phase, you download the app, you make your profile, you get to swipe it left or right or whatever, and this shit is just all dopamine hits, and it's just fucking with you. And like Buddy said, like, it's almost like it's like a game. Like, you gotta swipe, more than likely it's gonna be more men on the app than women, even though women, there's women on the app, but a lot of women make profiles and they're like, hey, just follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, follow me on my other whatever. Of course, once you know the spicy pages came out, that's exactly what was going on there. But a lot of that stuff is like, man, they just on there for attention. That's it, just to build up their followers. And a lot of men were actually on there for either real relationships or just trying to get some cheeks. But all in all, I'm like, yeah, nah, this shit is lame. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even though I tried to balance it out with making sure I'm still outside enough and just approaching and paying attention to the women that I see in my everyday life, and making time to actually go out and do things and outings, like, man, that online dating shit will drive you crazy if you really think it's gonna work. And you got to think about it like this: it's an app, just like any other app or any other website or any other social. It's just like social media apps. The point is to keep you on the app, not to get you off the app. Just like YouTube, Instagram, they want to keep your watch time and your hours and the time you spend on that app as long as possible. So if you on them dating apps swiping left and right, man, once you find a point to where you can get yourself out of it, just go ahead and stay off of them. You know what I'm saying? It's essentially pointless, because if you look at it like that, why would they want you to meet somebody? You know what I'm saying? And there are some apps that might be geared towards, oh, let's, get people married. Maybe, but they still need enough people on the app before they start boosting them type of results. So I would say, like Dog said, Tinder in 2024 is ridiculous. But at this point, dating, online dating in 2024, you got to pick and choose your battles. And you got to understand that a lot of women, they're going to have a lot of attention and they're looking for particular dudes. And this has been studied. There's these women are all a lot of these women, some, not all. I try to make sure I preface that as much as possible. But some of these women majority of these women, this is actually statistics. I would have to go find it myself, but I remember just reading the stats and finding it myself at some point later on in the past. But they're looking for the same guys. Like, they're looking for the same 10-20% of guys on these apps. So there's certain guys on these apps that's gonna get all the attention from the women, and the regular dudes it's not. Like, women are gonna overlook the regular guy that's linear to them. They're not paying that guy no attention. The guy that's up here, that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. So in a setting like that, you actually got a better chance of being out in person and interacting and or approaching a woman than you do on the apps in most cases, if you don't know how to present yourself online. That's also the thing. A lot of dudes just suck at how they present themselves online. I'm probably like right in the middle. I have days and I have pictures and I have some stuff that's like, it's all right, but then a lot of that stuff is like, I could see why somebody ain't paying attention to most dudes, because we don't always take good pictures and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus that, I could go on a tangent for days, man. If you ain't got no picture somewhere looking like you traveling, most girls ain't paying that shit no attention. They don't want to hear none of that shit you talking about. So anyways, we on to the next one, man. We gonna lighten the mood a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got a clip from the Shits and Gigs podcast, and this one's actually interesting. So we gonna let bro cook.
My shot by sending chicken wings to men at bars. A guy responded, if a shorty sends wings to a table and gives me a little wave, I'm folding like fresh laundry, applying pressure at its finest.
Bro, I love the term applying pressure. Yeah, it's my favorite term.
Applying pressure at its finest. Another random lady commented, noted, I just needed one guy I found attractive to co-sign this. Thank you, sir.
With the Riz.
You're welcome, and I appreciate that, shorty. You almost got me without the wings with your smooth ass. And another guy replied, on God, she's smooth as fuck.
Hand up, my heart would flutter. If I'm on a fucking Twitter thread saying my piece, and a baddie replied to me saying, cool, I just need to see a guy I find attractive to co-sign.
Yeah.
I'd be too scared to reply for at least 25 minutes. For at least 25 minutes. Wow.
Because the world can see your response.
Yeah. Wow. That's applying pressure.
Yeah, that's applying pressure.
Applying pressure.
Yeah, if you've ever seen one. Yeah.
With your smooth ass.
With your smooth ass, bro.
Now look, let me tell you, it's notoriously said that women have no game. You know what I'm saying? No charisma, no game. They really don't understand how hard it is to especially like approach a person, let alone, a man that they're interested in. And I'll probably do a video solo, maybe like no reactions, actually just talking about, approaching women. Cause it's like, that's not necessarily, something a lot of men are into. For some reason, a lot of dudes are scared. Obviously, I think most men go through their phase of being nervous to do it, but in a sense where it makes sense, it's not that hard. You just gotta pay attention. You gotta know how to read the room. You know what I'm saying? And when this shit can get to this, it can get weird when you're using certain terms, but there are choosing signals, there are signs, and there's certain things that women do. That's how they shoot their shot on average. But let me tell you this right here. Like he said, boy, Shorty sent me some wings and then give me the confirmation smile or the wave like, hey, yeah, that's for me. Boy, I'm shooting to that table like I'm talking about. I'm going to be over there like the Tasmanian devil. I'm going to spin over there real quick. You know what I'm saying? We get into it. What's up? Hey, how you doing? I appreciate you. Where you from? We going to da-da-da-da-da. Whatever. Get the number. We going to do what we do. We going to link up. Or I'm leaving with you. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you done bagged me. I'm yours. Have your way with me. But all right, look, so these last two clips I got, little bit more on the serious note. Y'all know sometimes I'm gonna have some motivational stuff at the end for the fellas, and sometimes we're just gonna have some real talk for the fellas. But this is this I don't know the name of this podcast, but I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip, and I'm gonna let them cook, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Understand the frustration of women because.
All right, so look, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna play it. I don't want to get a copyright, but at the same time, it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and let it rock. So that beat, that I think that's a Stay Scheming beat. Yeah, they're gonna get me, but it's cool.
Understand the frustration of women because what they're saying is there's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a
That's
lie.
not a lie.
Listen,
What?
there's not a lot of good men who want y'all. There's a lot of good men out there where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rocker in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're gonna walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't gonna go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we not looking at you. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't shit. She'll say, this man ain't shit. He ain't shit. He was bad. He was bad. But for the most part, every woman think they're a good woman.
For being there.
What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself. Why don't you ask your exes what they think? Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil.
Alright, she came in hot, but Buddy cooked the ass on up. So listen, this has been an ongoing back and forth between men and women, particularly in the black community. But I must say, this ain't just a black thing no more. Like this point, the dating is crazy for everybody in the U.S. and it's getting to the point to where it's not just in the U.S. but just in this nation right here, the good old U.S. of A. This shit is crazy, but. She she came in hot, and my man made a good point. Like, it's good dudes everywhere. And I will try to tie in what I said in the last video. A lot of dudes, we've gotten to the point to where we don't want to approach just because of what we've learned the outcome of it with that. Like, not even on no, okay, I approached and I got rejected. That's one thing. That's a completely different conversation. But just the women that you approach and they like, it's different if I approach you, you know what I'm saying? Whatever my thing is, my line is, whatever. I'm not no game running type of dude. I'm gonna just I'm gonna hit you with the, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna ask you something. I understand to try to spark some type of interest, maybe a compliment, whatever, point out tattoos, whatever. I've learned my ways to kind of finesse and give it a little something. But a lot of dudes, let's say we just pull up, and we in a situation like he said, gas station, grocery store, whatever. We both walking out. Hey, excuse me, I like your tattoo. I got a man. Boy, you too short. Never. I wouldn't. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, those reactions, those are the ones that get dudes to like, bro, I'm not even about to look at you when I come outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I haven't personally experienced a lot of that, but I've experienced a lot of the attitude of just the like holier than thou, and you know what I'm saying, that why you talking to me? Like, we've all experienced some sort of that energy. And I think there's a lot of people who think that like the club setting or the bar setting is the only time and place to approach a woman. And for me, I'm gonna be real, that never really made the most sense to me because it's loud. I ain't about to be yelling over no speakers and no DJs. I'm gonna dance, turn up, do what it do. If I dance with you, maybe I might get in your ear and get your number. This is younger days, but like, I'm not going out of my way. If I'm there with my boys, we're gonna turn up, we're gonna have a good time. And then when I leave that spot, when there's usually some sort of congregating outside in the parking lot or in the area where everybody lets out, then that's where I do what I do. But a lot of situations where we just talking about everyday life, just passing, you know what I'm saying, doing other activities outside of bars and clubs and shit like that. Like, man, it's a lot of dudes who like, man, and I won't even, any just regular everyday activity, women think they're gonna get approached. I hear a lot of women saying, oh, I went to Home Depot, I ain't find a man. You know what I'm saying? Or I went to this place and I ain't find a man. And it's like, cause, it's definitely your appearance and how the energy you putting off. I don't think a lot of women believe that they look unapproachable. And that's the thing. A lot of women look unapproachable, and men, for a while, there was a lot of men who would be like, man, you know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes who really, if we talk about like, the player shit, a lot of dudes who really understand what that is. That's just a defense mechanism. A lot of dudes understand, like, that don't mean nothing. Just go ahead and still approach. But there are some dudes who not about to fight that battle. They just like, nah, she looks mean. I'm not about to approach you because you look stank. Like, nah, fix your face. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've tried both, depending on my days and where I'm at and how I'm feeling. I'm like, damn, she mean as hell. But hey, how you doing? What's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm good. You know, whatever. And then you go from there. You know what I'm saying? Women don't like small talk, but a lot of dudes, like, if you're not that dude, if you don't look like that dude to her, because at the end of the day, you gonna be that dude to somebody. But if you don't look like that dude to her, they gonna hit you with the, I hate small talk, whatever. But like, if you're that dude to her, you can, you know, like, hey, they gonna, hi, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So it just all depends on what it is. But the whole conversation about a good man, come on, bro. Come on. It's a lot of good, genuine guys out here that, whether they're approaching or not, they out here, you pass them every day. But it is about how, obviously for men, I'm always tell you, like, it's how you present yourself and, you know, your confidence and all that too. But a lot of women, y'all do it to yourself. Y'all just outside looking stank, looking like y'all don't want to be talked to or approached or don't want to be helped. I don't know how many of these videos I see now where men are, you know, they recording. Some of these ones I know are skits, but you end up in a situation where you're recording yourself trying to help a chick out, and she think you trying to holler. And I'm talking about the real videos. There's some of them that's been, a lot of these things are skits nowadays, but I've seen some videos that I know are really legit, genuine. And it's like, yo, you dropped your wallet. What? I'm good. I got a man. And it's like, you know, or you like, hey, excuse me, this happened or whatever. And they just ignoring you because they think you're trying to holler, when it's really like, yeah, you dropped your wallet. Or I seen this one recently. I'm almost positive this is a real video, because this has happened. I've seen this happen multiple times, and it's usually women who do this. Shorty pulled off with the gas pump in her tank. The whole hose was riding down the street. And from by the time, you can tell by the time the video starts recording that they probably followed her to let her know, or maybe they were going the same direction as her already, but they were trying to get her attention to let her know. And she hopped out and she approached them because she said she was scared, which to me is ass backwards. But she was like, yeah, this is the reason why women can't walk down the road by themselves, da, 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 da. And the dude that was driving was talking to her, and his buddy started recording in the middle of this conversation. And they just laughing at, like, yo, ma'am, you got a gas pump in your gas tank. And she was like, what? Looked at it, just stormed off, threw it on the ground and just pulled off. It ridiculous. Like, dudes wasn't even trying to holler at it. They was trying to be like, yo, this is a hazard. You should make sure you pay attention to this. And my thing is, for one, you don't hear that loud ass bang when you yanked it off the gas station. Anyway, that's what I mean by generally a good guy just trying to help you out. And a lot of women don't be realizing what that really is, man. So it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here. But we're going to get into this last clip, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap this thing up.
But there are men out there that have no attention from women. No, it's actually more in reverse. All right. Again, I always say the loneliest person is a single man.
My homegirls that's sitting at the house knocking on 40, that she is not lonelier than these fellas.
And this is one of the reasons why the rate of suicide is higher amongst men than women. But at the end of the day, there are much more lonely men who can do nothing about, they can't do nothing about it right this minute.
Not even from a dramatic place, but maybe from a depressed place. How do men look at that? Because, you know, this day and age, we're all going through something.
All right, so that was the last clip. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But listen, a lot of men, like Buddy said, that's Stefan. I forgot to say his last name. Stefan. Anyway, Stefan Speaks is what he goes by. And this is actually, I think this is a pretty old clip, but what he's saying is true, man. Because like I said earlier, 9 times out of 10, obviously that's a pretty lady, right? But the most average woman got dudes that want her, whether they want her sexually or whether they actually want to be in a relationship with her. But a lot of these dudes, they don't got women just knocking down their door, you know what I'm saying, sliding their DMs. They don't got a lot of that going on. And it's surprising to women because women are so used to the attention in most cases, some not all, that they don't even realize that they actually do got some options of, like I said, either or. Now, they're not always options of relationships. Sometimes they're just options of sex. But a lot of men, they don't even got options of just getting, you know what I'm saying, just getting the thing wet. Like, that's just what it is. It's a reality, and it's a double standard that men understand, but women seem to think is completely impossible, but that's because a lot of women, in most cases, from what I've learned, the dudes they dealing with, or they looking at that feel like the guys that have convinced them that dudes got just as many options as women are the guys who really got it like that, are in positions that have it like that. And that's a smaller percentage of dudes than the average guy on an everyday basis. These are usually the guys who are celebrities, guys who are, above whatever regular financial level. The guys who are the anomalies as far as looks goes, whether they just super duper handsome or super duper tall, because there's a lot of dudes who tall and they not necessarily handsome to women, but they just tall. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of times, I always make sure I watch this when I talk about it, because I'm never hating. I'm a short dude. I'm 5'6", but it does like it. I'm astonished sometimes when I see these videos. It's a dude named 6'8" something. And dude is he's a decent looking dude, just from the looking at him. You can tell he be getting them, you know what I'm saying? He be bagging them. But we know that, you know what I'm saying, the height plays a part in that. Now, if he wasn't that tall, he probably still could do his thing. But that's the only time I ever see women in public like those type of scenarios. I won't say just him, but dudes who are like I said, 6 foot is like tall. That's what a lot of women say they want, the 6s, whatever. But like if you 6'5" and above, bro, like this is the only time I ever see women just straight up like, oh my, yo, and just like, stare at you. They're not a lot of times they're not gonna talk. Sometimes they do, but a lot of times they're not gonna talk to him, but they just looking, and you just see, and he be having his peoples behind him with the camera, and you'll just see a lot of women like they'll be walking and they'll pass him, and then they'll just turn around and they'll be walking past him, and they're like, soon as he pass him, they like, you know what I'm saying? So like but you could feel when somebody looking at you, you know what it is. But it's crazy. A lot of those situations though, those are guys who a lot of women are looking at, and they see and they think, oh, every dude got it like this. No, y'all know that. Y'all know you don't. This dude is 6'8". This dude is 6'5". This guy, he's 5'6" like me, but he been a millionaire since he was 22. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, money ain't everything, because you still got to have confidence. You got to have some type of charisma about yourself. You got to have personality. But at the end of the day, a lot of women out here, some not all, are the ones who just, that's, even if he not leading with the bag, a guy who's financially who he wants to be, he's living the life he wants to live, and that's going to be more attractive than a guy who's living, you know what I'm saying, still good, but like can't really get to the point, or hasn't really got to the point of being that guy he wants to be financially. So a lot of this stuff plays into it, man. And like he said, a lot more guys are alone, you know what I'm saying, than a lot more women realize. But that's just the reality of this whole thing, man. It's a double standard we all understand. And that's just some of the facts of life. But again, you know what I'm saying? This is Hemingway. This is Life After 30. There's another reaction video. Y'all go ahead and get down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think, how y'all feel. Talk to me. And until next time, I'm out.